Aloha, my name is Christina, and welcome to my 20-minute beginner workout. This workout is designed for people who are brand new to Pilates, those recovering from injuries, and also those who are interested in getting back down to the basics. So come on down to your mat and let's get started. I'm going to start with a quick little anatomy lesson on your core muscles. So you've got your rectus abdominis, which goes up and down, kind of your six-pack abs. It helps to kind of forward fold you. On the sides of the waist, you've got your obliques, which help to side bend and also twist your torso. Underneath all of that, like a corset wrapping around your waist, is your transverse abdominis or your TVA. It's a really, really important muscle that helps to kind of stabilize your back and also your pelvis. We cue it a lot in Pilates because it is so important. So let's try to find it. First, you're gonna bring your hand onto your tummy. You're gonna inhale, just let your belly go. On your exhale, pull the belly button in and then up. So inhale, release. Exhale, abs pull in and lift. Adding on to that, you're going to bring your hands on the sides of the waist. You're going to inhale, relax. Exhale, pull the abs in and up, and then also kind of cinch the waistline in. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale, belly button pulls in and up, and as the waist gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Good. So we're going to try to keep that engaged the entire time. So getting to this point where your transverse abs are engaged, but you're still breathing and you're still talking. We'll continue to work on that throughout the workout. Let's come all the way down to your back and we'll start there. We're going to start with marching. So your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor. You're going to press your shoulder blades down to the mat, keeping the chest open. So on your exhale, as you find that corset wrapping feeling of the waist, you're going to bring your right leg into tabletop. So 90 degrees at the knee and then 90 degrees in the hip. And you're just going to relax it back down. So exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Couple more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try to challenge yourself. Can you keep your abs engaged the whole time as you lift the right leg? Inhale it back down. Abs are still engaged. Maybe poke around. And exhale, lift that left leg. Inhale, lower. Going into toe taps next. So lift your right leg into tabletop. Bring your left leg up to meet it. So your abs are working. Maybe your pelvis is in neutral, which is kind of the halfway point between sticking your butt out and tucking under. If that starts to really bother your back, maybe tuck under slightly and push your low back down into the mat. Kind of the same, but kind of different. So we're going to inhale, tap the right foot down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, left leg down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, right leg. So you can notice that nothing else is really moving. So not my back or my pelvis, it's just the leg. And a lift. Let's do one more on the left. From here, we're going to try both legs. Maybe only go about halfway down. Inhale, lower both legs down. Don't arch your back. Exhale, pull it up. So inhale to lift. Pelvis is neutral. Exhale to lift. Two more just like that. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. One more. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And then relax everything back and down. Super, super nice. Let's try to add the upper body. So a lot of the times when we think about, I'm using my upper abs to curl up, we just think about the head. We want to think about reaching the fingertips forward, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up and off the mat. So you want to curl up so high that your shoulder blades are totally off the mat, not because they're rounding your shoulders, but because you're using your upper abs. So let's try that one more time. Slide the fingertips forward, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up and nice and high. So you're not using your neck as much as you're using your upper abs. We're going to go into hundreds next. So there's tiny pumps of the arms. You're going to inhale for 5 counts and we'll exhale for 5 counts. We'll start with the legs down. We're going to start pumping here. So we're going to inhale and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5 and inhale and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. This is inhale and exhale 4, 5. This is 4 and exhale. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe bring the both legs into tabletop and exhale 4, 5. This is 6. Curling up nice and high. Exhale. 4, 5, 7. You're pumping from the backs of the shoulders. 4, 5, and 8. Curl up even higher. Squeeze the legs together. 2 more. 9. And exhale. One more set. 10. and exhale, and relax. You can hug the knees into the chest. Take a little second there. All right, let's do a little bit of bridging. So now we're gonna press the feet down. You can separate the legs slightly. It's a little bit easier for your hamstrings. Press your arms, your shoulders, and your head down into your mat. On your exhale, you're gonna wrap that waist, tuck your pelvis under, glute and hamstrings are engaged as you roll up, making sure that we don't roll up too high. So we're not arching through the back, we're not popping the ribs out. You're closing the ribs, you're scooping your abs in, and then you're gonna slowly roll back and down. Good. If your hamstrings are starting to go, maybe walk your feet a little further away from you. Exhale, pull your abs in, tuck your pelvis under, squeeze your booty to lift. Inhale there, exhale to roll back down. Think about your spine is kind of a wheel. You're rolling the hips up to the ceiling. As you roll down, you're thinking your upper back, middle back, lower back, and then finally your pelvis. Let's do one more like that. Wrapping through the waist, tucking your pelvis under, rolling up. Okay, we just did this. We're gonna do marching again. It's yes for your abs, but it's also challenging the stability of your pelvis. So can you float the right leg in a tabletop, step it down, and switch. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. So your pelvis stays nice and stable if you can. And a lower, and a lift. So abs are pulling in, shoulders are pressing down, right leg up, and down, left leg up. And let's do two more each side. And two, and down, and two. Testing the stability of your pelvis. One more each side. One. Good. Last one. And a one. Good. Bring both feet down. Gently roll down through your spine. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a quick second. Let's do a quick hamstring stretch. So can you lay one leg all the way down, reach the other leg up to the ceiling? You can flex your feet. You can point your toes, whatever feels good. If this is all you got today, this is all you got today. I would rather have the leg straight and a little further down versus really close and bent, because this is not really doing anything to stretch your hamstring. Gently switch legs. So maybe, this side's much tighter. Maybe both legs are straight if you can. If this left leg's a little lower, that's totally fine. You're just stretching the back of your left leg. Awesome. Okay, let's go back into a little set of abs. So bring both legs back in a tabletop again. See if you can kind of stabilize your pelvis, your core setting and wrapping to the waist. If you can, you're gonna reach the arms forward and then curl the head, neck, and shoulders up like it. Shoulder blades are off the mat. So we're gonna do a little single leg stretch. So you can gently hug the right knee in, hands maybe just placed onto your knee, and then you're gonna switch. Good. Let's do 10. 2, and 2, and 3, and 3, and 4. So this is gonna kill your neck. You can just bring your head down. 5, and 6, and 6. If the hands aren't really making any sense, you also have the option of just doing the legs. Good. Let's do 2 more each side. And 2, and 2. 1 more each leg. 1, and a 1. Hug the knees in, drop your head down, take a second. Let's try double leg stretch. So again, legs in a tabletop, reach your arms forward, curl up nice and high if you can. Just the legs are gonna reach out and pull back in. If you can, straighten the legs all the way. If that really bothers your back, maybe just keep it small and back in. And 4, you can go as high as you need. 5, as low as you can. 6, but without arching the back. And 7, squeeze the legs together. 8, nothing else moves. 2 more. 9, last one. 10, and then hug the knees back in. Very, very nice. Okay, let's roll on over to one side, and then let's do a little bit of sideline, which is really great for the outside of your booty. So you're gonna lay all the way down on your mat. I don't have a mat today. It moves a lot around on carpet, so I never have a mat. So knees are slightly bent. I like to do kind of that sideline kind of tabletop. So 90 at the hips, 90 at the knees. You can lay all the way down. If you need to grab a pillow to put underneath your head, totally fine. So we're gonna start with like a little bit of clam. So you're lengthening through the spine, you're pulling your abs in. Top leg's gonna lift up, and it's just nice and small. 2, so pelvis stays still. 3, squeeze in the outside of like your top butt cheek. This is 5, so chest is open looking for 6, and 7, 8, let's do 2 more, and 9, and 10. We're gonna do hydrant, so the whole leg comes up and lowers down, kind of doggy to fire hydrant, and lower, and 3. Try not to go too high because it rolls your spine backwards, your hips backward. So nice and small. And 6, and 7, and 8. 2 more. 9. You're going to lift and hold. Think that there's a pencil sticking out of your knee. You're kind of drawing your circle on the wall, little knee circle. 9, 8, 7. Really fighting to keep your pelvis still. And 5. 4 more. 3, and 2, and 1. Other direction. And 10, and 9, and 8. You got it. Keep pulling the abs in. 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then relax. Good. Take a little second, tap out your hip. All right, let's do some stuff with the leg straight. Just gonna check and make sure I'm not gonna hit my plant. All right, so pelvis is nice and still. Hand is maybe either on your top hip. If you need to bring it down to the mat to kind of stabilize you, that's totally fine. So keeping your chest open, we're just gonna gently kick the leg forward and then back. Nice and smooth. 2, and back. Maybe pull it forward from the abs. 3, squeeze your butt as it goes to the back. 4, let's do 10. This is 5, and reach, and 6, and reach, and 7. Everything else stays nice and still. 8, you got it. 2 more. 9, take breaks if you need. 1 more. We're gonna finish with circles. We'll only do 5 in both directions. Leg goes forward, up and around and back. Good. Forward for 4, up and around and back. And 3. Think about using your top oblique, top booty. 2, 1 more. 1. Swing it forward to finish. Other direction. Swing it back. 5, up and around. Ooh, it's on fire. 4, up and around. Just 3 more. 3. Last 2. 1 more. 1. And then relax it down. Good. Go ahead and roll over to your back. Cross that left leg over, the top leg over. You're going to just hug the knee in and take a little breath. So I like to do something in between before we go to the other side. Just gives your hips a little bit of a break. So you're going to come up to sitting, centering yourself on the mat. We're going to go into a little intro kind of roll up. So knees are bent, feet are flat. You're going to grab like right underneath your knees. So your hands are pretty high and your elbows are bent. Start by sitting up as tall as you can. On your exhale, like you got punched in the gut, you're going to pull your abs in, wrap your waist, and roll back. So you stop kind of like where your arms are straight. Use your arms to help and roll yourself back up. Bring your hands a little lower. So exhale, roll back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, round forward. And then stack your spine. So you're bringing your hands even lower and lower and lower on your thigh. And then you notice that you go a little further back each time. Couple more. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, exhale, roll back up. Let's do about 2 more. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, exhale, roll back up. So your hands, maybe your pinkies are on the floor at this point. Exhale to roll down. Inhale, exhale, roll back up. Let's do 2 more. We're going to try to challenge you. So squeeze your legs together. Can you not use your arms for this one? Reach your arms forward and see if you can roll all the way down to the floor. Exhale, roll all the way down if you can. Arms are going to reach up to the ceiling. Use your abs. Round forward. Try to roll up. If you need, you can grab your thighs and roll all the way up. We'll try 1 more challenge. Maybe you can straighten your legs out in front of you. Arms reach forward. Use your abs. Maybe you can use your hands if you need. Roll yourself all the way down. Reach the arms overhead. There's my plank. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, scoop your abs in. Maybe grab your thighs if you need and come all the way back up to sit. Good. Couple of different options for you. Good. All right. So let's flip the legs around and do the other side. I bet you forgot about the other leg, huh? So from here, you're lining yourself up with the back edge of your mat, closing through the ribs. Legs are nicely stacked. Top hand onto your hip or maybe onto the floor if you need. Here we go. Going back to your clamps. So the top leg opens and close. And 2 and close. Good. This is 3 and 4 and 5. So nothing else moves. And 6. Chest stays open. And 7. Good. And 8. And 9. Beautiful. And 10. So hydrant. The leg comes up and down and 2, and down, and 3. Try again to keep everything still. 4, and 5, legs parallel, and 6, and 7. I think I'm gonna lose my AirPods. And 8, 2, 1, and 9. Lift it up, little leg circles. 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. Good. And 6. You're kind of circling from your hip and your thigh. 4, 3, and 2. Other direction for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. Almost there. 6, and 5, and 4, and 3. Oh, there it goes. And then relax it down. Top leg reaches out. Keep your chest open. Swing the leg forward. 10, and back. Good. And 2. If you need to bring your hand onto the mat to kind of stabilize yourself, totally fine. And 4. Try to use your abs to keep everything still. And 6. Squeeze your booty as it goes to the back. 7, and reach. And 8, and reach. 2 more. 9. Almost there. Good. Last thing, big circles. Legs gonna go forward, up, and around. Just for 5. 4. Careful if you have any plants. 3. Maybe a dog. 2. Maybe your kid. 1 more. 1. Good. Other direction. Last set of 5. 5. Up and around. Try to use your top oblique. 4. Still find the corset wrapping feeling through the waist. 3. Last 2. Last 1. 1. And then relax. Roll on over to your back. You are almost there. I'm going to challenge you with one more thing. Let's go ahead and just cross the right leg over and stretch. All right. Very nice. Go ahead and rock yourself up to sitting. Okay. Last thing here is we're going to work on planks. I'm going to give you a bunch of different modifications. So pick whichever version of plank suits you best today. So option 1 is you're on your hands and you're going to walk the knees back. So we want to make sure that your back doesn't arch here, or you're not kind of sticking your butt up to the ceiling. So we're not necessarily on all fours, but you're in a kneeling plank. So I always think about tucking the pelvis under, squeezing the glutes, your hands are underneath your shoulders. That's option 1. Option 2 is you can come down to your forearms, either hands together, maybe hands slightly separate. You can do this on your knees as well, but if you can, maybe try to challenge yourself and find your full plank. Being also mindful here that you're not arching through the back, you're kind of closing through the ribs of your core setting and wrapping your waist, and you want to squeeze your glutes. All right. Option 3 is your full plank. So hands are underneath your shoulders. You're going to walk all the way back into your full plank. So think about squeezing your legs together, tucking your pelvis under, scooping your abs in. Good. Take a quick second. Pick whichever one feels best for you today, and we'll go ahead and get started. Planting your hands or elbows down, knees or toes, and find your full plank. Let's just start with a hold here. So you want to kind of squeeze your armpit muscles. Drop the shoulders down, neck is long. Think about closing through the ribs, scoop your abs up to the ceiling, squeeze your booty and squeeze your legs together. So it's a whole body exercise. There's a lot of things working here. Let's hold for another 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax it back down. All right, take a little second. We're gonna add a little bit of movement. So think about your hips kind of drawing a rainbow side to side. Make it nice and small to start. So find your plank position for today. Think about starting from the top of the head, so you're lengthening up through the crown of the head. You're squeezing your armpit muscles, you're closing your ribs, you're zipping up through the abs. You're squeezing your glutes and you're squeezing your legs together. I'm gonna dip the right hip down and then switch. And 2, and switch. So it's nice and small. 3, and switch. And 4. So just adding your obliques. And 5. Let's try 10. 5 more. 6, and 6, and 7, and 7. Almost there. And 8, and 8. 2 more. And 9, 9. 1 more each side. 10, and 10. And then drop it back down. Press back into a little child's pose. Take a little second. Good. Let's do a couple stretches to finish. So hands on the floor if you can. You're going to step your right foot forward into a lunge. You have a couple different options here. Either keep your hands down or you can bring your hands to your thigh if you can balance. You can also keep your knee down or bring your knee up. See whatever feels best for you today. Awesome. You're gonna sit your hips back, try to straighten your right leg and flex your foot. So we're working on stretching your calf and then also your hamstring. Instead of rounding your back, kind of stick your butt in your chest out. A lot more intense of a hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. Step your left foot forward. Options for your hands. Down on your mat. Up onto your thigh. You can keep your back knee down. You can tuck the toes under and lift the knee up. Again, see whatever feels best for your body today. Drop the knee down for the stretch. Send your hips back. Straighten that left leg. Flex your toes up. And see if you can flatten your back. Whew, much more intensive in a stretch. Very nice. All right. So come on down to a seated position. All right, you guys are all set. Thank you so much for joining me for this 20-minute beginner workout. I hope to see you next time. And until then, aloha.